saw an all-black cast, and one thing I'm gonna do is support. I know that ain't who I think it is. And lo and behold, hope I'm not on here looking ashy. And I'm not taking this movie serious. Like, first off, why is Elijah smoking weed? Jesus resurrection. I want somebody that's gonna stick beside me like Elijah stuck beside Clarence. Why? What did Regina King do? Did y'all catch that? Did y'all? Do y'all watch the credits? Do y'all read the credits? Hey y'all, it's me, Ashlo, and welcome to the after show with me, Ashlo. So let's get into it. So I went to go see the Book of Clarence, right? Cause me, I am a $5 Tuesday girly. I love going to movies on Tuesdays and catching it for $5, especially right now since I'm broke or in between blessings. If you know anyone hiring, please let me know. I'm looking for a marketing director role. But anywho, Book of Clarence. First off, let me go ahead and say, if you have not seen the movie, please don't leave a comment. If you have not seen the movie and you believe that the movie is blasphemy because it is, it talks about God and Jesus, and it have characters in the movie that, portray to be from the Bible, please don't leave no comments on this video. This is not the video where I'm trying to have a debate, talk about blasphemy. This ain't that video, okay? So you can save your comments and go take that somewhere else, okay? Now, if you have seen the movie, I do want to hear your thoughts and reviews on it. Because for me, and FYI, if you haven't seen the movie, spoiler alert, I will be doing spoiler alerts. So if you ain't trying to get spoiler alert, go catch the movie in theaters and then come back, and then we can have a conversation. Okay. But for me, and for those that watched it, let me know how y'all felt, because I'm not gonna lie, I liked the movie. First off, what made me go see the movie? I went into the movie blindside, right? I did see one trailer, I believe the original trailer that dropped probably in November, in 2023, sometime in 2023, I saw the original trailer that didn't really tell much, but I saw an all-black cast, and one thing I'm gonna do is support an all-black cast when it comes to anything, because I'm rooting for you. So, and Lakeith Stanfield, I hope I said his name right. I hope I said it right. Lakeith, Mr. Lakeith, anything he's in, I don't know, I always just feel like he embodies the character. So I saw when pages on social media was talking about it, when they dropped the original trailer in the comments, and I saw the chatter, but at the end of the day, I'm gonna still go watch the movie for myself, because I want to support this cast. I want to, and I always believe in just forming my own opinion. With that being said, I liked the movie. However, I wasn't sure, and I haven't read the synopsis on the movie, so I'm not really sure what, and I haven't really done no research yet. Literally, I just came back from the movie theater, so I'm not sure what direction, where they were trying to take the movie, but I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons that I like things I liked about the movie and things I didn't like. Pros about the movie are things that I hope I'm not ashy. Hope I'm not on here looking ashy, and I is a little bit, but it's all right. We're going to do this as a full run through. Okay. One, I love the cinematic shots, how they did different shots, and incorporating that in the film, just with the different angles. I love that. However, And I love the music, the background music and the scoring. I really hope they win an award because I love the music that was featured in the film. Now, some things I was a little bit confused about, and I'm probably going to, in the comments, we had this conversation in the comments, is I'm not sure if the Book of Clarence, like if this whole storyline was supposed to be, because I know like at the beginning of the movie it said AD 33, but I was a little bit confused because AD stands for after death, right? Doesn't it? I believe it does. After death, like after Jesus' resurrection. But they had Jesus in the movie. But also I wasn't sure if the movie was technically like present day. Like if, even though it said like AD 33, but as if like AD 33 was like present day, like today-ish kind of. Because, and the reason why I say that is because they said like one of the scenes was like, damn nigga. Like, and then dude, now, wait a minute, hold on. Let's backtrack. I want somebody that's gonna stick beside me like Elijah stuck beside Clarence. Because if that's not loyalty and best friend, like no matter what Clarence was talking about, Elijah stood beside him. Like, I need somebody to stick beside me like that. Like, I do got best friends like that, but I need a man to stick beside me like Elijah stood beside Clarence, because that right there, supporting role, I was like, no matter what Clarence was talking about, Elijah was right there. He was like, man, you tripping, but if that's what you want to do, let's do it. Like, so that I love that. Like, I love that Elijah's role was pretty much like, even though I'm not your brother, I'm your brother. And even though in the movie, Clarence had an actual brother, and I hope Lakeith got to get 2 checks. Cause what you mean you playing your own twin? Come on, twin. But why the twin was cute? Like, I was like, wait a minute. I was sitting there like, wait a minute, I get 2 of him in one movie. But I do like the dynamics of the twin. Like, I really do like the storyline of the movie. However, it was a bit confusion because I wasn't sure, and let's discuss this in the comments. Y'all clarify for me. I wasn't sure. First off, it felt like a comedy. Like, I was laughing, and I'm pretty sure I was irritating the person that was like a seat over for me, because I'm not taking this movie serious. Like, first off, why is Elijah smoking weed? And that's why I felt that the movie had to be present day. And don't get me wrong, like, this is the year I started reading my Bible. I started reading my Bible, but I'm reading my Bible, like I'm reading the whole Bible. I'm doing the Bible plan on the app. If y'all want to tap in and read the Bible, we can do that. So, besides me going to church, and I'm not going to act like I just know verses like that or just know all the stories in the Bible like that, because I don't. But, and I know people like joke about saying that the weed is mentioned in the Bible. However, I ain't come across no story, nobody. But I do understand that also this is fictitious. Like, it's fake. Elijah's character is fake. Elijah and Clarence, they're not characters that's actually in the Bible. However, when you're mixing it with characters that's in the Bible, like Judas and Peter and Jesus and Mary, it gets a little bit confusing. So, not gonna lie, it was like scenes where I was just like, huh? But I will say there wasn't no true cringe scenes. Like there wasn't no scenes where I was just like real cringy, except for the scene when they was dancing. Like I don't understand why movies always feel like there needs to be a dance scene. Like that part just threw me for a loop. That threw me for a loop because I'm sitting there like, why is there this random dance scene? I felt the movie didn't need it. I really felt that was a pointless movie scene or scene in a movie. But I guess that was one of those scenes they needed to transition to the drama part. Like, you know how movies, they want to take you on a emotional roller coaster, whatever. Also, let me tell y'all something. So, I don't know if y'all watch BMF, but backtrack. I have a bad habit when I'm watching something, being like, and if it's somebody that I ain't seen in a while, I don't know why in my head I feel like I know these people in real life and these characters. It's crazy when we watch shows and it's like these characters become a part of our lives, right? Because we watch these shows, we get invested into the storyline, we get invested into the characters. So I be feeling like I really like know these people in my head, right? I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but when it's a person or a character that I haven't seen in a while and they being something else, I be like, I know that ain't who I think it is. I know that ain't who it is. And y'all, when I'm gonna call him Lamar, because I don't know his real name, forgive me, but Lamar from BMF, I'm sitting there like, when he first came on the scene, I was like, wait a minute, I know that ain't who I think it is. And lo and behold, it was Lamar. It was Lamar, y'all. And of course, he had to be like a quote unquote villain-ish type character. And then Tiana Taylor, oh my gosh, anything she's in, I will support. I just think she's so beautiful, so talented. I love her to the bottom of my heart. I would love to work with the aunties. Oh my gosh. But her in the movie, I was her name was Mary. And for her to be Mary, I know there's a couple of Marys in the Bible, because I just have to do I'm gonna have to do the after show with Ashlow after I read the Bible video, because I was reading the Bible the other day and it was like Mary and it said last name and the other Mary. And I was like, I wouldn't want them to refer to me as the other Mary. Like, excuse me, I got a last name too. But anywho, her character was interesting because they also included her in the Last Supper scene. And I like the way that they did the Last Supper scene was so creative, but then it had that comedy satire to it as well. And I was like, it's interesting because I feel like there was big moments in the movie, but I also feel like with some of those big moments, there was like a shortcoming with it. Like it just wasn't executed correctly. Or maybe I gotta watch the movie again. Maybe things went over my head, but it was something that happened during the Last Supper scene where I was like, they could have did a little bit, they could have tweaked it a little bit better. But the way that they shot it and did the still shot, but then had Judas, is that his name? Yeah. They mixed it up with the garlic bread, the bread and the gravy. That was funny. So that scene was funny. What else? I'm trying to think what else. The ending, I really wasn't a fan of how it ended. I do like the fact that Clarence got to actually meet Jesus at the end. But I'm confused on why God in the movie let him walk on water. But as I was sitting there watching the film, I'm like, well, maybe because he had been pretending to be Messiah, and in his pretending, he still had did, good deeds by, paying off the debt for the slaves, freeing the slaves, or getting the slaves freed. And now that he's in this moment where the Romans are trying to prove that he's the Messiah, even though he's denied it, I don't know, I was kind of confused on that scene, because I'm like, anyway it go, he's in a lose-lose situation, because if he walk on the water, that's going to prove that he's Messiah or another Messiah. But if he doesn't walk on the water, he's going to either drown or he's still going to get crucified, because he's confessed to the crimes that he did, like the fraud and stealing and all the other stuff. So he was in a lose-lose situation. So I didn't necessarily understand why they did the walk on water scene with him, with Clarence. But I don't know, like overall I kind of was confused. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. I was sitting there a little bit confused on why they did certain things. And then going back to Mary, Tiana Taylor's character, I thought that was a bit interesting, her being with the disciples, like being a part of that 12, like the 12 disciples at the table, like the Last Supper scene. And I'm glad they actually added that, because sitting there I was like, dang, we all seen the Last Supper photo where everybody's doing different things. And now it's like, dang, I get it now. Like that's the moment where Jesus is, where chaos break out, where Jesus is talking about like, one of y'all gonna do me wrong, and this gonna be the one that's gonna, I forgot what the Bible say, eat the olive oil or kiss me on my cheek. Yeah, so that was interesting. What else was very interesting? There was something else that was really interesting in the movie, and I was like, Thomas, the way that they did Thomas and Clarence's character, because you have your believer and you have one that don't believe. But the one that don't believe is the one that it's crazy. And I think that's why I like the movie, is because Clarence represent those in the world that probably once believed in God and once believed in Jesus, but went through some type of tragedy, whether if it's losing a loved one or something just not panning out the way that they thought it would, and then questioning God because it feeling like God left them alone. Whereas Thomas represent the one that believe in God, believe in Jesus, that's following the gospel, that's a part, and that's helping to spread the gospel. But also Thomas represent those that don't want to deal with the past, like that probably was a part of, the sinful world prior, but has made a change. And we see that a lot, in the Christian community. Not that that's a problem, but it's, in my belief as a Christian, I am a Christian, I am Baptist. However, I am the type that I'm not gonna judge you, like the Bible say, come as you are. And I feel like at the end of the day, the real principle behind the Bible and being a Christian is to be of love. Now, as a human, that can be challenging because, we do get hurt by people, and it's hard to love the ones that have hurt you, right? So I always say God is working on me because I'm not perfect, but I do try my best to do things out of love, and I do try to live by the golden rule, but it becomes very challenging when it comes to people that have done me wrong or not been so loving, okay? So, but with Clarence's character, not Clarence, with Thomas' character, it was interesting. I wish they would have just dove a little bit deeper to why, like what was the reason for him leaving his family if their mom was sick. Like they never said why why Thomas left when the mom got sick or whatnot. And I thought the woman, the way he was acting, I thought the woman was dead. So I thank God she was still like an actual character in the movie. And I do like that they had Mary. Now that was funny too. The whole scene with Mary, the mother of Jesus, with Joseph and him being like, now were you really a virgin? Like, come on now. That was very interesting. So I can see like Christians and people like being upset about scenes like that. But it's like, I think the movie challenged certain things in the Bible that we've all thought, but not necessarily said out loud or not said in front of other people or not said in a church setting. Probably, just said amongst our friends and people that were comfortable, but they put it on this large platform. But it's like, you probably thought that before too. How this person that's a virgin have a baby? Like, come on now. So I ain't have a problem with it. I do also like, I'm trying to think, I should have took notes, y'all. Overall, would I watch the movie again? Overall, would I watch the movie again? I would. I would watch the movie again. Especially, I actually do want to watch the movie again after I read the whole Bible and know all the stories that's in the Bible. Because at the end of the day, I'm the type of person, I watch the credits too. Like I stay and watch the credits. That's why I go to the movies by myself, because I don't need nobody trying to rush me out. I wanna see the whole everything from start to finish. So I sit there and watch the credits. And literally at the end of the credits, it say, this is a fictitious movie. None of the characters in this movie is real. None of the place is real, something like that. So don't quote me. That wasn't verbatim, but it had the disclaimer at the end of the movie. But knowing that they did take aspects out of the Bible and use it and played around with it, that's why I do want to make sure I watch the movie again after I read the whole Bible. So I'll probably watch the movie again at the end of the year. And I will go watch it with someone. Like someone wants to go and watch it and they want to go by themselves, I'll go again. But overall, I'm trying to think as far as the acting in it. Because for me, when it comes to movies, the acting has to be A1. And then secondly, depending on what type of movie it is, the storyline for sure. And how it made me feel emotionally. And I will say, just my only issue with this movie is I just don't know where to place it, because I feel like in one minute I'm laughing, right? I'm feeling like, okay, this is comical. This is giving satire, comical, and then the next minute it's these very serious scenes where I'm like, maybe it's not so comical. But I guess that's, like sitcoms, drama, comedy. So I'm not sure. I kind of feel like the movie was a little bit all over the place, but not all over the place, if that makes sense. I don't know, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. But I've said enough. I do want to hear you guys' thoughts on the movie, The Book of Clarence. I only want to hear from people that's seen the movie or that's interested in seeing the movie. I do not want to hear from those that do not want to watch the movie, those that feel like the movie is blasphemy, I don't care to have that conversation. I really do not. At the end of the day, I respect everyone's opinion, but only conversation I'm trying to have is just, I want people to clarify, like, help me what type of movie this is. And also, I need to know, why did, I'm not sure what is his name, the director or producer of this movie, in the credits he said he wanted to thank Regina King. And also, because his name is very familiar. I'm not sure if this is the same guy that did the Boondocks or what. I need to go back and see. Is this the same producer from the Boondocks? Because his name looked very familiar from something that I've watched before. But in the credits, it said, like, at the end, Jeremiah, some like contributor or people I want to say thank you to, and it said Regina King. Why? What did Regina King do? And is it the Regina King that I'm thinking of? Like, it gotta be. There's only one Regina King, right? Did y'all catch that? Do y'all watch the credits? Do y'all read the credits? Or do y'all only stay to see if there's gonna be an extra scene? And that is another reason what got me into making sure I stay for the credits, because I am a girly that live for a bonus scene. Give me something extra. So for that, ever since I found out like movies be doing bonus scenes at the end, and even if I know someone that I already went and watched the movie and it wasn't a bonus scene, I'm still gonna stay and watch the credits. So with that being said, let me know how you felt about the Book of Clarence in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. And then make sure y'all stay tuned for another after show with Ashla.